Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Peace to the gods, the gods, the gods, the gods. Peace to the goddesses. Hey. How y'all feel out there? Welcome. Welcome back to another edition. A beautiful day in the neighborhood. Would you be mine? Would you be divine? We're gonna get into some good conversation today, but before we do, I want to get into a good meditative state. Let's get into some ohms. Let's get attractive. Let's attract the right energy. Let's attract the right people into the room. You dig? Because this is a real conversation and shit. We want to have some fun, but we want to make sure we on the right vibe. So, welcome to Monday. Welcome to the Monday motivation, Monday mentality. Let's go. You ready? Oh. 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 Oh yeah, oh yeah. Did you see the birds joining in? The birds wanted to play along in the meditative state. Oh yeah, man. This is crazy, bro. Juneteenth. What the hell is a Juneteenth? You gotta think about this. Think about this type of stuff, man. Where did Juneteenth come from? How long we been hearing about Juneteenth? A year? 2 years? 3 years? This is some new shit. All of a sudden, Juneteenth is a big thing. It's a national holiday type of situation, and we never even heard of it. Came from nowhere. Like this is how they get black folks. This is how they get us. This is how they treat us. You know what I'm saying? Like every couple months is a slave movie followed by or surrounding a slave holiday. Like, come on, who has holidays for slaves? Why do slaves have holidays? Like the whole concept of the idea of it stupid. Oh well, this is the day that the slaves found out they was free. Somebody told them. The white man told them. You see what I'm saying? Like this moral your white Jesus. This if the white man didn't tell y'all was free, niggas in Texas would still be slaves today. That's what they want you to believe. That niggas in Texas would be slaves today if the white man didn't make them free. But again, y'all gotta understand, bro. This is part of their trickery and shit. They know how to play these games. They know how to play a media game, an oppression game. Have you out here celebrating bondage? Have you out here celebrating enslavement? Like this shit is real. It's sad. Like why? Like and then I'm like talking to niggas about this shit, and they like, yeah, well, I just I like a party. I like a celebration. I want to do something. It's a nice day. People want to go out and do stuff because it's a nice day. But that don't make it a real thing, and that don't make it have to affect us. Like again, those people out there that was enslaved, we don't understand their story. We just hear that they slaves and we want to celebrate it, and that's not fair to us because they want to bring these holidays out, these reminders, and these oppression doctrines, and we just gotta sit here and celebrate. We gotta party. Peace to the gods. We don't want to be partying on this type of shit. This is not something to celebrate, my nigga. We shouldn't be out here celebrating oppression. We shouldn't be out here celebrating because a white man told us we was free. Like they really got us good. They really got us good. You know what I'm saying? They really got us good. Like I like Texas ain't shit. Like as far as like the government is concerned, Texas is California, bro. The motherfuckers, they hate niggas. You gotta understand the Indians out there, bro. The Indians out there is colonizers. The Indians took that land. You know what I'm saying? The Indians had the slaves. You dig what I'm saying? Some of these motherfucking, like I'm telling y'all, they the colonizers. Like who fucking run around and run in Texas? You know why Texas is on the other side of the shit? Why ain't they down with the shit? Why they supporting slavery? Who is Texas? You know what I'm saying? Who the fuck is Daniel Boone and these niggas? You know what I'm saying? They always get a white boy on the front cover, but they don't tell you who fucking these motherfucking these slave masters is. Cause again, I tell you, you got Cherokee County in Texas. All the last slaves was freed in Cherokee County in Texas. How you get a Cherokee County in Texas? Cause that's who doing the slave trade. You know what I'm saying? We all excited about some shit. This Cherokee, it's more Cherokee business. This more Stan Wade. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why did the Confederates run all the way to Texas? Why did they feel safe in Texas? Niggas kept fighting all the way to Texas. Why? Like when we hear about the Civil War, we don't think about fighting in Texas and fighting in Arkansas, fighting in Oklahoma. Like who hears about that? We think about Mississippi and all that shit. But most of the fighting was on west of the Mississippi against these Indians that we kicked out, whose slaves went with them willingly. Like you might gotta tell some niggas, like, imagine that shit. Imagine this shit. Imagine how stupid this sounds. Niggas been fighting, going to war for 4 years, and y'all don't know they at war. Y'all not trying to help in the fight. Somebody got to tell y'all that the shit is over and y'all free. Do that sound like some real nigga shit? Or do it sound like some niggas that wanted to be slaves, that was with the slavery shit? They was fighting for 4 years. 5, y'all didn't hear these niggas fighting? They fighting in Texas. Don't get it fucked up, bro. But they didn't hear who won. They hoping the slaves. See, I'm saying, like, again, I be telling y'all don't know what slavery is and shit. Y'all don't know what slavery is. I'll tell you, they be kidnapping niggas and all that shit. But the niggas that left, that went east of the Mississippi, that went west of the Mississippi, some of them niggas, they was with the shit. They wanted to go. Nobody, you know what I mean? We chased them niggas. They didn't have to take them slaves. We chased them. Everybody that was running with them. The slaves was running with them. We trying to free everybody, and they like, nah, we chilling. We trying to help these niggas. Like that's when they be talking about slaves. That's the shit they saying, because it was slaves, quote unquote. You know what I'm saying? And real talk, a lot of them niggas is Africans. A lot of them is, but most of them was Indians, but a lot of them was Africans. Because again, like I say, what is the Cherokees known for? Like, what are a lot of these Indians known for? They don't have no industry. You gotta understand that shit. Like I talk about culture, I talk about industry, get money. What are these Indians known for? What's some of these Indians trades and shit that they live by? We don't know none. So they need people. They need quality workers and quality motherfucking niggas. That's what they doing. They don't have no trades. So they treating these slaves like gods. We don't understand it. But if you read the book, like I was showing y'all the book, how these motherfuckers had to pay niggas. You know what I'm saying? They had to pay you up front, and then they got to feed you and all this shit because they need people to work. These Indians don't do shit. All the motherfuckers living on a reservation with no trades, no talent, no skills, nothing that we can say, yeah, That's Cherokee sauce. So that's a Cherokee coat. Like, what's the Cherokee coat? What's the Choctaw jeans or some shit? You know what I'm saying? They don't have no trade. They don't know how to grow food. They don't know how to do none of that shit. So they really needed slaves, and they treated their slaves good. I know it seemed crazy, but they treated them niggas good. It's a modern type of thing where now they supposed to, you know what I'm saying? But we shouldn't be all excited about no slave doctrine. They always want to tell us about a slave doctrine. You know what I mean? And we just like the party. Niggas just like the party and shit. We don't want to do no research. We don't want to find out why it's slaves over there and who is these niggas that was holding them. Cause I'm telling y'all, bro, like this is like they want us to be mad. These motherfuckers, they don't keep reminding us of Tulsa, Oklahoma. You don't keep reminding us of y'all still holding slaves way past the time unless they want to make niggas angry. They trying to make niggas angry. You know what I'm saying? But they so good at this shit. This shit is just keeping niggas oppressed. Like niggas love white folks, man. We love these motherfuckers. And they know how to keep you loving them. Make you think that they did something for us. You know what I'm saying? Like niggas wasn't killing motherfuckers and taking heads and shit. Like it wasn't a war for 4 years. And no, like y'all didn't know it was a war for 4 years. We gotta stop believing this shit. We gotta stop showing up to party every time these motherfuckers put out a sign. Like I'm showing up to crash this shit. Cause niggas don't do no research. Niggas is just happy and they just ready to celebrate. Celebrate a nigga saying we free. I want to know who this nigga was. Who's like a general? Who sent him? What side was he on? You know what I'm saying? And if he a general, nobody, like I say, like the nigga, like this shit be weird, bro. This shit be weird. That's why I mean I'm saying I like Texas. I like because it's black people out Texas. It's always been black people out there. You know what I'm saying? Always. Them Umas and the motherfucking them Apaches and all that shit. You know, the Mexicans, right? They blacks and shit. And the Cato is the Indians. That's where Natchez went. When the Natchez left, you know what I'm saying, Mississippi, a lot of them went to Cato. And fucking when people got kicked out of Arkansas, not kicked out, but when they eventually got kicked out, right? In 1860, that's what started the Civil War. When they kicked out the black Indians that was there, they sent them to Cato, Texas. See what I'm saying? So it's like they want to celebrate. They want us looking in the wrong direction and shit. It's been free niggas there the whole time. You know what I'm saying? They got us looking for slaves and they got us looking for motherfuckers that ain't even in the game. That's supporting the shit. I want to do a whole like I gotta do some shit on Dred Scott. You know what I'm saying? Niggas gotta find out who Dred Scott is. All this trauma shit that they be giving us, boy. That's what I'm saying. Like when I'm saying like, bro, like with the Jabari shit, y'all niggas ain't really seen Jabari since I did the response to Jabari and shit. You ain't seen no Jabari. Yeah, now since I did the response, like the next day he doing a debate. But again, yeah, because he gotta save his face. He gotta come out here because these niggas don't know what they talking about. These motherfuckers been living around here just saying shit and just saying shit, and nobody been double checking it. Nobody been triple checking it and researching this shit. And that's what the problem is, man. Like this Juneteenth shit ain't for us. It's for all these trader niggas that like the slave shit. It's for all them motherfuckers. Everybody that like the slave trade, it's like you have to imagine a motherfucker saying, no, it's over. It's over, nigga. And they sad. They not celebrating out there in Juneteenth. They sad that shit is over because they love they masters. They different type of niggas. How you get out to Texas with these motherfuckers? Like a motherfucker Dred Scott. Like I say, he shipped himself in a box. That nigga shipped himself in a box to get out there. Why are these motherfuckers trying to get out there to these motherfuckers? See, that's what I'm saying. We think Dred Scott wanted to be free so he could be free. No, he wanted to be free so he could sell himself again. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what these niggas was doing. They was selling themselves and keep selling themselves. They might have 2 or 3 different masters at the same time. That's how these niggas was playing. You know what I'm saying? So a nigga mail himself in a box to go out west so he could sell himself again. That's how they playing out this motherfuckers. So yeah, you gotta tell these niggas, no, that shit is over. No more slavery. And they ain't with it. But we out here thinking it's a celebration. It's something to be celebrating. Niggas been fighting for 4 years. And y'all just come on, man. Like that's what I'm saying. We don't think that nobody was with this shit. We think that all the slaves, I don't know what we think, bro. I don't know what we think, man. We got a messed up mentality. They got us real shook. Like anytime a nigga say slave, we get a block. If you mention the word slave or slavery, we get a block. We get a mental block. We shut down. Oh, party, yeah, party. Fuck it, let's do it. Cause it's like we so programmed to hate ourselves and to hate that part of our history that we don't want to check it. We so programmed to be depressed about kidnapping and bondage that we don't want to double check it. That's the shit I don't like, bro. How we not gonna double check these niggas? How we not gonna triple check these niggas? We trust these motherfuckers too much. Out here celebrating shock therapy, celebrating slavery, celebrating kidnapping and murder, and celebrating the dumb shit. Ain't nobody celebrating no fights and no wars and no bloodshed. We celebrating because a motherfucker told us. You know? Like, why don't we celebrate when motherfuckers, you know, burnt down some, you know what I mean, something or some shit? Or when niggas was, you know what I mean, when motherfuckers was chasing, you know what I mean, the motherfucking, them Cherokees and shit, chasing them all the way back out to Texas and shit. We don't celebrate that shit. We don't celebrate none of the Gullah massacres. You know what I'm saying? We don't celebrate when Chief Powhatan got his revenge for Pocahontas and killed all the motherfucking the pilgrims. We don't celebrate that shit. The Powhatan War and the victories. We don't celebrate the motherfucking the Seminoles and the Seminole War. You know what I'm saying? Why don't we celebrate no wars? That's what we gonna start doing. Fuck that shit. Cause this is a whole different game. This is a shock therapy game. This is a motherfucker gave you something, but that's not what happened. Niggas ain't giving y'all nothing. Y'all took every goddamn thing. And we supposed to be out here believing that there's some people that like us enough to give us something. They gonna give us, no, bro. No, man. That Texas shit, that's some colonizer shit. You gotta understand. Everybody out Texas ain't from Texas. How they get out there? Why they out there with them? You know what I'm saying? Like the niggas, Texas, what? Texas came into the 1840, 42, 45, 45 or some shit. California 48. You know what I'm saying? So all them shits is new little places. We know it's Indians out there. It's Plains Indians. Like I say, we got Apache, we got Yuma, we got all types of living people out there, roaming. So how you claiming land out there anyway in Texas? They out there, they supposed to be Daniel Boone. They supposed to be fighting the Mexican War, right? So how you a slave and you fighting Mexican wars, you fighting Indians, Plains Indians, and all this shit to take Texas just for a motherfucker to tell you all y'all free. You know what I'm saying? Like they out there with this shit. They colonizing with these niggas. They taking Texas. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what those niggas is out there doing. They helping these motherfuckers kill all the Plains Indians. They helping these motherfuckers kill all the motherfucking the black Mexicans that live out there. And they gonna make this shit part of the Union, part of this Cherokee Confederacy, because that's all this shit is. A Lakota Cherokee Confederacy. You know what I'm saying? Nigga asks you, do you know what the Lakota is? I'll be like, yeah, I do, but that's not. I'm not trying to have that conversation here. You know what I'm saying? Because I know what you talking. When a nigga say Lakota and not Dakota, you know this motherfucker knows too much. You know what I'm saying? This nigga know too much. He talking about Lakota. Okay, Lakotas. Okay, well you must be in the know then, because everybody calling them Dakotas. But this is all one conspiracy. It's about a group of people that like going to take people land and selling it back to the government. Like that's how they play. Now they ain't got no more land to take. They want to do trauma. But you gotta find me some people, some slaves out there that wasn't helping these niggas take the land. That's why I be saying it is Africans here and shit. Motherfucker came here with 50 Africans and they used those 50 Africans to go kidnap 300 Indians. Use 50 Africans to kidnap 300 Indians. Yeah, it's Africans out here and shit. You know what I'm saying? Don't get it fucked up. They with the shits. They was glad to be slaves. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I want to do a whole thing on the Spanish. You know what I'm saying? What we think is the Spanish and that whole type of understanding. Because we really don't dig, like we really dealing with pirates. Like once we get this whole understanding, we dealing with pirates. We dealing with motherfucking kidnappers and land thieves. You know what I'm saying? And it's like they got this shit so mixed up and mingled up that we looking for people that don't exist. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm talking to the Hebrews and shit, and I'm telling them about Latinum, right? And he like, well, what do Latinum have to do with Rome? Because that's what I'm saying. That's what I be trying to tell people. They don't understand that. They saying, well, you speaking Latin. That's by the Romans. I'm like, nah, that's not the Roman language. That's some shit that the Romans adopted. You see what I'm saying? The Romans adopted Latinum. But Latinum is the language of this little walled city, these people, these priests. You know what I'm saying? So he like, but what that got to do with Rome? I'm like, but see, if I tell you that, then I gotta tell you everything, and I can't tell you everything. You know what I'm saying? Like again, a lot of this shit, like niggas be wanting all of this shit in a sound bite. It is not a sound bite. This shit ain't a sound bite. The way they got this shit mixed up so mumble jumble is you gotta like I gotta let you say Rome so I can take you to Latinum. And then once I get you to Latinum, then I can tell you about the Latins. You know what I'm saying? Because niggas that think that Rome is Latins. And Rome ain't got nothing to do with no Latins. You know what I'm saying? So that's how they got history. They got us thinking British and French when we should be really just think about Spanish and everybody else is a crook. No doubt. Everybody else is a crook. You know what I'm saying? And again, on some real life shit, not even is they just crooks, but they trying to still, like, yeah, I understand. Like I say, like Britain was a part of Spain, France was a part of Spain. So for them niggas to be independent, they on some corrupt shit. They on some non-loyal shit. They on some, you know, we willing to go to war with the people that we pledge an allegiance to. If we believe that story, if we believe that the French is really the French, the Spanish is, I mean, the British is the British, we got to understand they came out the Spanish Empire. So these some love fucking low down, thirsty ass niggas. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I be saying. We got to understand that what type of motherfuckers we dealing with. You know, like these some low down niggas. They not who we think they are. By the time all this shit get popping, niggas been going back and forth over there for 100 years. You gotta think about this shit. By the time we start talking about King James, that's 1611, my nigga. That's 100 years from fucking, you know what I'm saying? from Columbus, 100 years plus. So we understand that these niggas been coming here for 100 plus years, going back and forth, and that these motherfucking Europeans ain't really got nothing popping. I showed you they came here begging, so we can see what the fuck is going on, bro. Like, it's these niggas over here, bro. Like, they over here playing a mind game on us, man. They got this shit all jumbled up. They making us think that these created people, like, that's what I was saying about the Latins. If I tell you about the Latins, that's who created these motherfuckers. See, like, everybody over here, we know what a catacomb is. We know what a comb is. A comb and a womb. You know what I mean? A catacomb and a motherfucking catawomb. You know what I'm saying? So when you see a catacomb, you see in a place where they create fucking people. This is a womb, my nigga. It's an artificial womb. So they call it a comb. You know what I'm saying? That's why when I was showing y'all the muff inside the catacombs, it's little small ass motherfuckers, just big enough for a motherfucker get 2 or 3 years old. You put them to work. But that's what they was doing. That's these Latins. You know what I'm saying? That's why you got stewards and you got tutors. You got some niggas that's just here to train y'all, to watch over y'all niggas, and then some niggas that's here to teach y'all. You see what I'm saying? So now they send all these motherfuckers to America, and now they blaming us. But none of them motherfuckers did nothing. The problem is these motherfuckers start doing all this old weird shit, fucking up the money, trying to get all the money, going against they father, which is Spain, and they start doing credit shit. And they start fucking up the empire, start fucking up niggas that was fucking with Spain. You know what I'm saying? This shit is really crazy and really muddy. But we celebrate the wrong shit. Like, we need to start celebrating fucking wars and victories on these wars. We need to celebrate treaties. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the thing about niggas. We don't fucking read. Niggas don't want to read. Niggas want to be cool without knowing why. Like, if you cool, you should be cool for a reason. We can't be cool fucking not reading the book, letting these motherfuckers tell us anything. Because these niggas be lying and shit. We need to celebrate the win. That's what I'm into right now. And I'm really feeling that. Why can't we celebrate the win? Why can't we have a party for a win? Because deep down inside, niggas don't want to celebrate wins. They got us so programmed that we don't want to hurt these motherfuckers' feelings. How we kidnapped, how we slaves, but we gotta let these motherfuckers win. We gotta encourage these motherfuckers. We gotta build up they self. Like, every nigga know that it's different rules for them, that they can't compete with us, and we allow this shit to happen, but we don't think about why we allow this shit to happen. They can't be superior and inferior at the same time. You know what I mean? Like, this shit crazy. We can't have to let them win and then they always win. Like, we gotta understand why they winning, because we letting these niggas win, y'all. Like, this shit is so weird. This shit be crazy and shit. Like, I know that shit is hard to understand, but it's not the end of the world. It's just like, niggas gotta wake up, bro. Niggas gotta get some balls. You know what I'm saying? And stop allowing these motherfuckers to oppress us. Stop allowing these motherfuckers to oppress us, to tell us anything. We gotta go. We can't keep going for that shit, my nigga. This shit is getting ridiculous to me. I'm just being honest. It's another 12 years a slave. And I know it. That's what I'm saying. I understand this is terrible for niggas. Niggas hate the slave shit. Slaves, they hate that shit. But you gotta get through it. You gotta get through it, bro. You gotta get through it. Like, they don't want you to end that shit. They don't want you to find out who the slaves was, where these slaves come from. You know what I'm saying? That's what you gotta understand. Like, and I get it. I get chills too, because they got us programmed to believe some dumb shit. And that's what we gotta. I gotta deprogram niggas from the chills that you get from some shit that never happened, for some shit that niggas fought their way out of. Like, I'm telling y'all, like, that's the thing about it. That's why the Juneteenth shit is so ridiculous. It's because niggas really fought their way out of slavery. Nobody had to give niggas nothing. That's why I talk about the Gullah Wars, because we was going to get it done one way. We thought it was done. Niggas thought it was over. You like again, like I say, what we don't understand about history is the Missouri Compromise and all that type of shit. How these motherfuckers want to make slavery west of the Mississippi. Who are these niggas that want to bring slavery west of the Mississippi? They the niggas we kicked out. They the niggas we thrashed and smashed. And they know they can't do it. So what they do, they try to get the vote. They want to vote, because how do you get a slave state? By having votes. You see what I'm saying? Like, this shit is lame, y'all. We just don't pay attention. They can't win. They can't fight. They went and had to get the votes. They got a Missouri Compromise. They want to make sure that, because they will flood all these states, all those new states that I'm telling you that they making, these Texas and California shits that they stealing the land from, just to make a state so they can outvote us. And everybody over there is helping them niggas with this shit, except probably some of the niggas in Oklahoma. These niggas ain't, like, the Cato ain't slaves. You know what I'm saying? Like, who's the slaves in Texas? Where they buying slaves at? Is a slave market in Texas? They getting Spanish slaves. Spanish don't sell slaves. Where are these slaves coming from? He said he didn't read because he wasn't afraid. He ain't a bass back, ain't a bass backwards and shit. I feel you, but I mean, niggas don't read because we don't care. And again, and you not, and I don't, like I say, I don't think y'all afraid like y'all should be afraid. Like y'all are afraid. Y'all afraid, but y'all not afraid. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all afraid to find the truth. Like a nigga said, I didn't read because I wasn't afraid. No, because you already know that these motherfuckers inferior. That's what I just said. Yeah, I mean, you know these motherfuckers ain't who they pretend to be, the big bad wolf ass. We know this shit. So you don't believe, so you don't care enough. Like you don't believe it enough to believe it enough. We accept this shit. Is what I'm saying. It's more shock therapy, and we take it. We take this shit. You know what I mean? Like, that's the realest shit a nigga can say. Like, I'm not afraid. I know y'all not afraid. Y'all know these motherfuckers is weak. Y'all know these motherfuckers can't beat us tooth and nail. Like, but we can't celebrate when we beat up on them because y'all want to be nice. Y'all want to make them think they can win. And I get it. I'm telling you, that's the game here. That's the game here, but we gotta do better than that shit, because there's people out here really believing this Juneteenth dumb shit. Really believing this motherfucking we you know what I mean? Like, we would never be free without these motherfuckers' help. You know what I'm saying? Don't exactly, that's the sad part. That's the sad part. We don't feel threatened by these, like, we can't, like, it's impossible for us to believe that these niggas did this shit. We don't feel threatened by these motherfuckers. We'll hang out with these niggas. We'll go to a bar with these motherfuckers. We'll have a drink. We don't feel threatened by these niggas. Like, what is the purpose of pretending? Like, that's all I'm saying. Cause y'all understand, like, even because again, even when you're doing that, you're losing. We're losing. We gotta be honest with some shit out here, bro. Again, I think a reason why a lot of the shit that we do is because we don't have value in ourselves. Niggas ready to kill niggas, rob niggas, lay niggas the fuck down because we don't care what happens to us. I'd rather get it than not have it. Like, I'd rather get rich or die trying. And this is part of this shock therapy. This is part of that. You gonna be a slave and shit. Like, again, wow, bro, this shit is, you know what I mean? And I can feel it. It's like some magic or some sorcery over this conversation. Like, over the whole subject of it, it's something like a sorcery blocking this type of shit, where people can't engage in it. Where it's passe, like you say, you don't feel threatened, so you don't take it seriously. We don't believe the shit, so we don't care about the shit. And that's how they get us. That's how they get us. That's how they get our grandparents. They don't believe none of this shit these motherfuckers saying. But we grow up believing this shit because we had to get an A in it. We had to get a B or a C. But we can't believe nothing that these motherfuckers saying. And we know we don't believe it, but we accept it. We accept the shit. What he say make money. What he say make money. Niggas come out, you got vending opportunities. You got opportunities to go out and have some drinks, to go out and meet some people. Some like again, you gotta understand, is a motherfucking woke is a culture right now. Woke is a culture. Woke is like the new black. Woke is the new black. It's the black in between. It's like, you know what I'm saying? So if you woke, you gotta be up on certain cultural events that woke people are up on and shit. So you can make money off of being woke and paying attention to the woke system. You know what I mean? Catering to woke motherfuckers and shit. But they not woke because again, they not doing the research. They just they just keeping up with the trend, the woke trend. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like that's the trick. Like these like again, all these events make money. Niggas will sell some shit, and we'll go out there and we'll see it. And some of that shit will be fly, so we'll buy it because these is niggas and they creatives. You know what I'm saying? So they gonna make African shit flyer than what this shit be looking like in Africa. Don't know Africans wear none of this shit they selling at Juneteenth, but niggas are wearing this shit. And that's like, why do they got all the African festivals in the summertime? Because they know niggas gonna come out. Niggas is looking for things to do. That's like right now, like they had South Street blocked off, but the gay neighborhood was like wide open. They was partying in the streets. Like you can't be a straight nigga and have regular fun, but if you are LGBTQ, they gonna roll out the red carpet this whole month. Like Black History Month ain't got shit on LG. You know what I mean? Like you see what I'm saying? Like when they got some shit they want to promote, like they want to promote, you know, motherfuckers not having babies. You know what I'm saying? You know, same sex don't have babies, right? That type of act. So let's promote this shit. Less niggas. But regular niggas that could come down the street and just meet a girl and then, you know, they have sex and have babies, they gonna block those streets off. You can't hang out, niggas, regular niggas, if you straight, y'all can't go to clubs, y'all can't party, y'all can't be nowhere. Like, you know, I remember it used to be some streets you could just cruise down the street. No more cruising down the street type shits. Everywhere they used to cruise is no cruising. You see what I'm saying? But if you in a gay neighborhood, you can party in the streets. You know what I'm saying? Like, think about it. Like, all the gay clubs be on like the same couple blocks, and they block off the block, and they just be out there like, damn, that shit crazy. You know, make a nigga want to be gay just to have a party, just to celebrate. The fuck, and that's how they create this woke shit. You know what I'm saying? Like they create this woke shit. Every couple months they can find some new shit to it. You know what I'm saying? Like again, what is like what are we woke to? What are we woke to? Like we woke to lies. Like niggas is woke to lies. What is niggas woke to? This whole that shit is a trick to me, man. All this shit is a trip. And we the worst fuck niggas in the world. We the worst type of niggas, bro. Like because we can make money off this shit, we with it. But these motherfuckers come from Europe with money just to throw us off. Like that's part of their trick. Yeah, they got money. So we come get the money, but they got a plan to throw us off. and they using the money to throw us off. They don't care about no money. Like you can't even go to a fucking a black owned seafood restaurant. They done took all the niggas out the seafood game. They really trying to take all the niggas out the breakfast game. All the Asians got the breakfast spots. I can't even fuck with no breakfast spots no more. I gotta go to the two spots: the black people and the Mexicans. But that's what they do. They come in and they undercut us, and we save a little money and we make a little money, and next thing you know, can't nobody fucking around and find nothing good no more. Ain't no shit that's good. It's just cheap. Like they know how to play us. They really know how to play us because we can make money with these niggas. But they got, like I say, like again, when I think about Uber shows me how these motherfuckers hate us. Like Uber had a business model where they wanted to go in there and take out the cab industry. So they was prepared to lose money just to undercut the cabs. Like that's a whole industry. That's motherfuckers, families, that's kids, that's wives, that's dogs, that's everything. And they willing to cut these niggas out. We gotta have some type of fucking real, you know what I mean? What's it? Woke culture and shit to really open up our eyes and see what the fuck is going on because we not woke. We not woke if we just going for every dime and dollar that these motherfuckers is offering and shit. Cause again, like I say, this shit, cause again, we at Juneteenth, we taking pictures, we celebrating Juneteenth 20 years from now. They gonna act like it was a real thing, and they gonna do the next part of the plan. Cause I'm sure it's another part of Juneteenth we don't know about. You know what I'm saying? That's like with the motherfucking with the Tulsa niggas. See how now they waited to Tulsa to be a big thing, and then they go send the last two Tulsa niggas to Africa, quote unquote. So they say. You know what I'm saying? So now none of them Tulsa niggas was Indians. None of them motherfuckers that got burnt up in Tulsa and lost their home, their land and shit. None of them was American. They all Africans because of the last two left that don't even know that they probably was used in that way to represent that they all Africans now. And none of them got ties to that land and shit. That's what they doing. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. So they'll slowly put some shit out there, and then the last survivor will be an African. They're gonna make sure, so, and then they're gonna assume that all of us is Africans. Like this shit crazy and shit. Who would think that the last survivors of Tulsa would go to Ghana and be like, come on, man, that's a that's a fucking play. That's a political play. That's a world. These niggas playing on a world stage. And they do the same thing with everything. They got, you know what I mean? They crash and burn. They don't care if this shit works. These motherfuckers don't care if this shit works. They gonna do this shit. Man, like I'm just saying, man, we got so far to go as far as like our mental. That's what I feel like. My thing is the mental. We got to get out this shock therapy shit. We got. I mean, it's like it's the Paul. It's the dog. A nigga ring the bell. A nigga give you some money. You forget everything he's saying. A nigga give you some reparations. You forget everything he's saying and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like again, the whole idea of reparations is shock therapy. The whole idea of reparations, just talking about this shit, you gotta qualify by being a victim. Like this is crazy. All this shit is just shock therapy. And niggas don't care because they not afraid. But they are afraid. I think niggas is afraid of this shit, bro. I think niggas is afraid of this shit. That's why they want to celebrate it. That's why they want to go out and party. That's why they want to make some money off the shit. You know what I'm saying? Because they're afraid to find out what the fuck these motherfuckers pushing. And we want to be so inclusive. Bro, like, it'd be more white people at these Juneteenth events than niggas. We all know this shit. It's like I'm saying, like, this is, like, they get to come here and be white supremacists on us. And we get to be fucking slave victims and so glad that they freed us. Like, it ain't no real celebration. This is a motherfucking... This is an auction house. These motherfuckers just walking through to make sure that we still programmed. Like, think about that shit. Why would white motherfuckers feel comfortable to come around some free slaves? If these is the niggas that slaved us, why would they be up in the Juneteenth event when we celebrating freedom? Unless they just trying to make sure that we believe the shit, that we programmed, and we, you know what I mean? And we look at them as they free us. They freed us. Yeah, they can come party with us. They the good guys. Huh? And they walking around here making sure that we believe in that they the good guys. That's how I'm looking at this shit. They shouldn't be around us when we dealing with freedom. They should be thinking that we should be mad. But they don't think that we mad. They know we ain't mad. You know what I'm saying? Because we not afraid. We know this shit. Like, in our heart of hearts, we know this shit ain't happening. But we let them motherfuckers feel superior around us and shit when we shouldn't. Fuck out of here. Come around here to find out what. What's the celebration? What's the reason why we intermingling on a Juneteenth with these motherfuckers? Like, that's like, it's really, it's slavery. It's mental slavery. You know what I'm saying? It's mental slavery and shit. They not playing with the shit. It's mental slavery. Why they walking amongst us? Why they want to sit here amongst the celebration of free niggas? Nobody upset that they free, that they had to be free. They just excited. They just happy. They having drinks. They celebrate. They buying clothes. And these crackers coming this motherfucking, they just, yep, yeah, they go. They believe in this bullshit. They just programmed to a T. All these niggas programmed. And we see the motherfuckers in there and we smile at them. Because we's a free. We's a free. Niggas stupid. This shit's stupid, man. Like, I'm telling you, bro, like I say, like, if we had a victory party for some shit, had a victory party for the Seminoles, had a victory party for the Gullas or some shit, they wouldn't show up at that motherfucker, would they? If we had a victory party for, like, you know what I mean, for like what we did to the nigga that sold Georgia, it wouldn't be no white people in that shit. Anytime we win, ain't no white motherfuckers gonna come near, I guarantee you. If we celebrate a victory, and we celebrate Nat Turner, we celebrate Denmark VC, I bet you they wouldn't show up for that shit. How much I want to bet? If we got a Denmark VC day, because again, Denmark VC day is before Juneteenth. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like we was talking about Denmark VC, and then Juneteenth came up on some real live shit. You know what I mean? We got to go all the way back to the white boy that killed the people in the church. That's what put Juneteenth on the map when Hillary Clinton was running. When the white boy went into the church and killed the black dudes and the preachers and all that shit. They was there celebrating Denmark VC. They wasn't there celebrating Juneteenth. They used that event to talk about Juneteenth. Let's think about it now. It's all coming back. We was talking about Denmark VC. That because it was at that church. It was at the church where Denmark VC has supposedly had something to do in that area. I remember now. And then they flipped this bitch. They flipped it. Because the nigga was a politician. The black boy was a politician. Yep. Remember the dude, the preacher wasn't just a preacher. He was a politician. And the white boy, Dylan Roof went into the church and killed the preacher and everybody in there. One white dude with a handgun. killed everybody. Like, you know what I mean? Remember that shit? And they switched it from Denmark VC to this old bullshit in Texas. They wouldn't celebrate that shit with us. It was a church full of niggas. And he walked in there. Now it's Juneteenth and it's all inclusive. See how that flipped? It went from a church full of niggas celebrating Denmark VC to, because that was the thing. Like, yeah, remember he came in and he sat down and everybody just, oh, white boy in here. What you doing? Okay, cool. He up in here, we chilling. But it was kind of odd. You know what I mean? A white boy in a black church and they talk about black people shit. Now it's all different now. Now it's all inclusive. Now it's a holiday of multiculturalism. They freak. I be telling you, they be freaking shit. Like, we gotta sit back and watch these niggas because they know how to play mind games. We should be celebrating Denmark VC. That's facts. Man, I wish I could put that back up. That's facts. You know what I mean? They know how to play a game on us. They'll take some bullshit and use it. What happened to Dylan Roof? What happened to the black people killed at that church? Mount Beth, what was it called? Mount something. And that was the church. And then I did the research on them niggas. It's like all of them people that died went to the same school. You know what I mean? Like, you find out, like, out of 9 people, 7 of them went to the same school, including the preacher, right? See, like, you go do, it is a little small black school in the middle of nowhere. Like, damn, all these niggas went to the same school? That's kind of weird. What's about this school that's funny? So I'm researching the school. These niggas got government grants to do internet spying. They got programs where you get degrees in internet spying and shit like that. All internet type of hoaxes and shit. That's what they was doing. So I'm sitting here like, it's a shame that the one black school that's programmed with the motherfucking government to do some spy shit, half they niggas die. Like, but that's how they play, bro. Like I say, we don't be thinking that all this shit go together. All this shit is one big psyop. All this is one big. You know what I'm saying? Like, we gotta realize this shit. It's all goes together. All this shit goes together. Shock therapy. They wanna, like, again, where is Dylan Roof? What happened to Dylan Roof? What happened to Denmark VC? We was talking about Denmark VC in the uprising. Slaves, niggas about to get it for themselves. Now they switched it to somebody told us we free and we celebrate it. This is a game. This is a hoax. This is a spin. You want to spin us backwards. You know how niggas say they keep spinning our wheels? They got us spinning our wheels. Because now if we talk about Denmark VC, we, like I say, it's not woke. That's not woke no more. That's not woke. Woke is Juneteenth. Juneteenth. That's crazy. Woke is not. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. But yeah, that I mean, I did the research on them niggas, man. That whole shit was a hoax. Like, I know people don't like to hear them terms that they doing hoaxes and they playing these games, but sometimes, man, like, all of this shit, it just adds up to be a movie. It just adds up to be a movie and shit. A big psyop. A big play to take niggas' guns. I mean, I get it. We don't need guns and all this extra shit. But that's the same thing about voting and shit. You tell a motherfucker we not gonna vote, you know what I mean? He ain't got to worry about you. These niggas ain't got no guns. They ain't got to worry about you. You know what I'm saying? They could do whatever they want to do. I don't trust these motherfuckers. And I advise y'all not to neither. That's our problem. We out here trusting motherfuckers that say they kidnapped you. That say they motherfucking got, like, a nigga got the nerve to say he kidnapped you and then ask you to trust him. Really? Fuck you and what you're going through. Nah, I'm telling you the truth. Yeah, fuck you and what you've been through. They not our friend. Not to say they our enemy, but they not our friend. Our enemy is inside of the motherfucking camp, right? That's what I tell you. Our enemy is using these motherfuckers, playing a motherfucking middle and shit. That's the enemy. But then this whole shit is a psyop, bro. Like, did y'all see they said that it was a motherfucking like everybody talking about this alien shit that landed on motherfucking on these niggas step is an agent. This is just pay attention to this shit, yo. Everybody that's talking about aliens landing on somebody's lawn is a goddamn agent, yo. Pay attention. Let these niggas play themselves. Anybody mentioning that shit working for these people. It's a goddamn shame. They're gonna tell me some aliens like these motherfuckers came across the galaxy on some shit that can fit on a lawn. On a lawn, not in the street, on the front lawn, the space shop. Like, shut up. This that hoax shit, bro. These motherfuckers, they want us looking at the sky. They got every reason that Jesus shit ain't work. Now they doing aliens. A family seeing alien. Like, come on, bro. And you got teachers out here pushing this shit. Agents out here pushing this shit. If y'all see something from the sky, grab your gun. Grab your gun and look for every motherfucking white face you see, because this is part of a sham. It's a trick. All of a sudden, we got aliens every fucking where on niggas' lawns. It's the agent shit, man. These niggas is agents. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I get it. Like, I get it. Like, they make it so hard to really love your people. You know what I'm saying? They make it so hard to love your people because we thinking that we got to do it one way, and we just got to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, but this shit is really easy. Shit is really easy to be truthful and to be honest and shit. But they make it so hard. You know what I'm saying? They make it so hard and shit. And that's fucked up. That we gotta deal with all of this agent ass behavior, all this shock trauma shit. I'm out here trying to motivate niggas and fucking inspire niggas, and I got a nigga that's a friend sitting here telling you about aliens. Is that crazy or not? You know what I mean? Sitting here gonna tell you that this aliens landed on some motherfuckers' lawn and shit, and that's my friend. No, no, that ain't my friend. Hell no, I ain't friends with none of these niggas because we can't be out here being irresponsible out here with that type of shit. The government is playing a game while these niggas got the motherfucking the roof. Don't trust these niggas. While these niggas is on got the finger on the trigger, don't trust these niggas. Real talk. Cause again, that's what I'm saying. Like, all this shit is technology based. All this shit, like, again, they playing a technology game. They trying to, you know what I mean? They changing platforms. You know, that's all they doing. They changing platforms. Think about it. Electricity is a platform. General Electric, you know what I'm saying, had the first record player. So you make a record player, you need something to put on top of the record player to play. So you start a record label. The record label industry didn't start itself. The niggas that made the record player started the record industry because the player is the platform. You do what I'm saying? So if you're not playing records on a record player, you're not playing records. So understand that how this shit works. They trying to change the platform. Right now, electricity is the platform. They trying to change that shit. Right now, paper money is the shit. They trying to change that shit. They trying to change the platform. Like, again, like, we don't use phones like we like off the television no more. They changed that platform. You see what I'm saying? So we gotta watch these niggas. They playing a different game. It's dangerous. You know what I mean? Because again, it's a AI game. It's the AI game. Once we get off of this platform that they don't control, they control this AI shit, this Microsoft shit. You know what I'm saying? This Microsoft compatible as reality that they can make and mold this algorithm and shit. You know? So we gotta watch these niggas because that's all they trying to do right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like the price of gas is all of this is designed. You know what I mean? Like they got high gas prices, but you can get a break if you get this electric car and tax incentives and all this shit. The government is pushing you to get electric. You know what I'm saying? And that's what they doing. Like it's a hustle. A lot of this shit we gotta be up on the hustle and we gotta be ready for it. You know what I mean? Cause that's what I be saying. Like again, like right now, like the music industry is not the same fucking game. You know what I'm saying? But how do you control the music industry unless you the government? You gotta think about it. The government has to control the music industry. The music is the number one product in America. You can sell Michael Jackson can fill up a stadium faster than the president. Jay-Z, Drake, these motherfuckers demand more attention than the president. You know what I'm saying? So the government is behind that shit. They all with that shit. That's part of their shit. And we just thinking that it's just one thing. But again, like I'm saying, like it's two different parts to the government. The CIA and the FBI is not the same. You know what I'm saying? Like the CIA is really on some motherfucking third government shit. They think they run the world shit. They roll like a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like I know it seems crazy, but they on some takeover shit. That's why you get drugs in America and all that shit, because they want to play an international game. They want to take over the world. Like it's the same trail. That's why I be trying to tell niggas. Motherfuckers say, yeah, you watch out for the skull and crossbones and shit. And they leaving you the trail. They showing you that they pirates. These is pirates. These is motherfuckers we can't trust, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Buccaneers and shit. Lowlies, thieves and shit. That's the type of motherfucking energy they bringing. They coming with the motherfucking with the pirate energy. Oh no, it's metaphysical. It represents no, nigga. That's the energy they bringing. They plunderers. They here to plunder. They here to fuck around and steal land. You know what I'm saying? That's why all that top eugenic shit, all that I hate black people shit come out of Yale and come out of fucking Harvard, come out of Dartmouth. You know what I'm saying? These niggas put up a situation where they can hate on niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got to think about this shit. These motherfuckers, they got a job. Their job is to hate on niggas. You know? And again, we know this shit and we not afraid of this shit, but we can't be celebrating this shit. We can't be shock therapy with this shit. We need to get back to some like I said, I don't think it's fair that they can come to a celebration of slaves. Niggas is being free, slaves being free, and white people all up in the party. I just don't think that's fair. I think that's condescending. Is that a word? You know what I'm saying? And that's part of that fucking trauma. It's part of that trauma and shit. These motherfuckers sipping wine and eating cheese and shit. And niggas is free. You know what I'm saying? And we's a freeze, boss. And that's the theme of the night. It's straight up insanity. Facto. It's insanity, my nigga. It's insanity. Like I said, I want to see the motherfuckers come out and sip tea when we talking about Denmark VC. When we talking about Nat Turner. Where you at now? Y'all don't feel inclusive then? It's not woke enough for you now, my nigga. But let them think that a white man freed us, that a white man did it for us. They want to come around and party with us. They want to come around and celebrate with us. And we got to be inclusive because they done did some shit. Well, it was us. We did it. It was a white guy. Can't we come too? Man, it's disrespectful. It's disrespectful. It's very much disrespectful, man. Like, we don't deserve that shit. That's what I'm saying. I want to see them come to motherfucking to a bloodbath. You know what I mean? Let's start celebrating bloodbaths. Let's start celebrating massacres because we got a lot of them motherfuckers. Let's celebrate some massacres, some get back, and see if they come party with us. See if they had audacity to party with us. Yeah, it's too scary at that point. That shit is too scary. You know what I'm saying? That shit is too scary. When you're around some people that freed themselves. You're around some niggas that feel like they got the power to free themselves. That shit is extremely scary. Coming to eight, right? But right, that won't happen. That's the shit. That's what I'm saying. Celebrate that. Celebrate I avenged America on the nigga. You know what I mean? Celebrate I avenged America. Where they at there? Boy, celebrate the motherfuckers. You know what I mean? They don't want to do that. But we always gotta be reminded of the Ku Klux Klan and motherfucking they kidnapped this nigga and it was Africans that sold us out and they put us on slave. Like they know it. We know the story, but they don't want to talk about 1804 and avenging America. You know what I mean? The get back. This shit crazy. This shit crazy. Shit. And like we don't even celebrate the right shit. We should be celebrating like for real. Like the way we so programmed in this country. We should be celebrating when like say when the Choctaws defeated the Natchez. We should be celebrating that shit. You know what I'm saying? We should be celebrating that shit. Like we like the Natchez killed the French, and then the Choctaw came back and killed the Natchez. Took the Natchez and sent them to motherfucking to Haiti, right? We should celebrate that. When the motherfucking I'm sorry, I said Choctaws. Should have said Chickasaws. Now when the Choctaws went down to Florida and helped defeat the Seminoles and help the U.S. government, defeat the Seminoles down there in Florida, we should celebrate that, right? Because that's how you become American. That's how they make this country. You know what I mean? Like we celebrate the Trail of Tears, but we don't celebrate the reason why there was a Trail of Tears. Like we talk about the shit, but we don't know why they had to leave. We should be celebrating. Well, the nigga did sign a treaty to make Georgia, it was the Indian chief. He signed a treaty to make Georgia a part of America, right? Why don't they talk about that? Because then they got to talk about what happened to the chief that signed the treaty that gave Georgia to America. They got to tell what happened to the niggas that was fighting. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't talk about the shit that made America, the backstabbing, the sellouts, the motherfucking Indians coming down there as reinforcements and shit to help these motherfuckers. 20 volunteers. You got 20 volunteers and 1,000 Indians, 1,000 Cherokees and Choctaws fighting Seminoles and shit, right? So yeah, some of them again, that's why I be saying. So when you leave here, when you leave Florida from just stealing that land from the motherfucking Guale, from the Temecula, from the from all the real Indians that's down there, these motherfuckers went out Texas and was stealing land out there. They built for that. Y'all understand who y'all dealing with? We didn't kick them niggas out and they stopped stealing land. No, they went and stole all of America. You know what I'm saying? The same niggas we bust their ass They went out there and kept plundering and kept stealing and kept taking motherfuckers' land. But we don't celebrate that. Why not? See what I'm saying? They want to talk about slaves and shit. No, let's celebrate what y'all did, how the West was won. We don't know how the West was won because it was crazy. They was going in them caves getting them fucking Plains Indians. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to talk about how they so successful in winning the West. How they took Texas. You know what I'm saying? Like, we gonna celebrate. Let's celebrate. Because there's a lot of sellout traitor shit that we don't celebrate. They sweep under the rug, but they keep the trauma on Front Street. They keep the oppression on the front page out here and shit. But what they do is quiet as kept. You know what I'm saying? I want to know how y'all won the West. You know what I mean? Like, that's crazy and shit. They want to say Davy Crockett, but Davy Crockett, to his knowledge, he'll say he was a Cherokee. He'll tell you he was born in Cherokee County and all this other shit, and he's a Cherokee, and he was raised like they not Indians. These are them $5 motherfuckers that come through this Indian motherfucking these tribes, and they come here to steal land, acting like Indians. Like, it's a dirty game that we need to celebrate. Stop celebrating the lies. Let's celebrate the dirty game. But they don't want that spirit. That's the spirit, brother. That's the spirit I'm bringing back. That rebel. Because again, I'm telling y'all, they can't beat us. That's why it's so many white people here in the 1900s. They want you to think they came through through New York. No, they didn't. They came through the Midwest. You know what I'm saying? They was stealing niggas from New York. But all these motherfuckers came through $5 tribes. It was millions of them. Upward 5 million European immigrants coming as Indians. My nigga. Settling in the Midwest. Taking people land and shit. And they don't talk about that. It's a reason why these bum niggas always want to depress my people, always want to make us feel bad. And they over there stealing land. That's what I'm saying. Like, you gotta imagine, like, if you went over there with them, right? Even if you were African and you helped them take land, you get to keep some of the land you take. Texas is wide open at this time. You know what I'm saying? It's a desert. This shit is a desert, for real, for real. So the niggas that's there, they moving. You know what I'm saying? Like I always tell you, we east of the Mississippi. We where it's beautiful, where we got rivers and the shit is beautiful. Over there, they living in a desert. So they roaming. And they came over there, they set up shop, built forts on a war footing. They just came from fighting Seminoles. They just came from fighting Guale. That's who these niggas is. And they go over there and they steal that land from the motherfuckers. And they like, yeah, if y'all help us take it, you can keep some. They got slaves. Like, you think they not letting slaves fight? If we going out there to steal some land and some Indians come and y'all don't fight, y'all gonna die. They gonna kill you. They gonna eat you. They gonna think that y'all gonna fight. They not gonna not shoot you because you a slave. How they know you a slave? You must have a sign or something. Right. So the Indians come that you stealing their land, they come to fight, you gonna shoot. So we freeing motherfuckers that's down to shoot and shit. That's down to take land. That's what I'm saying. They like, no, do we still get the land we got? And that's how the game got taken. That's how it's fucked up now. Because now they're like, this not your land because we took it as a fucking Cherokee, as a group. We don't owe y'all no more. Like, this shit be vicious. You playing, as we saying, you playing with these niggas. They try to kick you out the group and shit. Because they ain't got nothing. And now they got Bill Gates. They don't need niggas no more. They got Bill Gates. You know what I'm saying? But again, I don't know why they playing this trauma game with us and shit. We need to stop letting them play that shit. You know what I'm saying? And we need to find some better holidays and shit. You know? Cause this agent shit is the worst. All they do is depress niggas. But we gotta get back to Denmark VCA. I think that's important. Now I'm cause it's all coming back. And again, I'm not telling y'all we should be fighting niggas. I'm saying we should be prepared that some people don't like us. And we had to fight some niggas before. We had to get some niggas up off of us. You know what I'm saying? I don't want y'all to forget that shit. That's the liberating part. Is that we had to get some niggas up off of us and we did it. You know what I'm saying? And of course, it ain't no slaves fighting in the Civil War because we ain't slaves. We the gods. We Indians. We the motherfucking home team. Like that's what they don't want us to know that shit. Is that we was fighting for ourselves. You know what I mean? Like I say, like when the niggas signed the treaty, like for Georgia, um, nobody left. Like that's the thing. Like nobody cared that the government would. They didn't mean anything to these niggas. They killed the dude that did it. So they said it didn't matter to them. They didn't care. Motherfuckers went to court and the court ruled that it was not good. Like Georgia is really not a part of the United States. It's really serious. Like the Supreme Court ruled that the Treaty of Georgia is not valid, and nobody ever did nothing about it. You know what I'm saying? That's a fact. So who are those people now? When did they become Americans? You know what I'm saying? They never, to them in their mind, they never became Americans. They kids became Americans, and they kids, it was just a thing, cause they never lost. The nigga signed the treaty, and you can say, like I say, you can say that okay, cool, he was a mulatto, he was a half breed or whatever. He wasn't the real people, but again, 150 people took part in his murder. They represented the people. You see what I'm saying? So the people knew what was going on and they took action. That's the niggas y'all is. So like I say, we not tripping over the government because we really are the government. So when they say, yeah, like, you know, they did something to y'all, you gotta tell us where they did it. But that's what I'm saying. Like my favorite story is when they did that nigga like they did him. Because again, if y'all want reparations, y'all want land back, Georgia is free land. The Supreme Court said it's not America. You know what I mean? He didn't have the right to sell Georgia. That's not his land. Go look it up. So if y'all want reparations and retribution, all this sort of weird shit, you can have Georgia. But you'll realize that your parents ain't give a fuck. They didn't want y'all. I mean, hey man, we still run this shit. We still own the land. We didn't have to move. The niggas that left. You know what I'm saying? Like they was embarrassed. They was scared to death. We was chasing these niggas. And they left. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know that shit is hard, man. Like, but that's what I like. That's what we dealing in common sense. You know what I mean? Like for real. Like I was talking. If y'all seen the lady, that old lady that was talking to me, she was mad at mother. She was like, "Brother, who are you? Like, why are you doing this?" She's like, "What is this?" I'm like, "I'm an American Indian." She's like, "No, you're so much more than that, brother." I was like, "No, I'm not." He's like, "No, seriously." He's like, "You got other things here." I was like, "No, I don't." I was like, "My mama from America and my daddy from America." That's it. Ain't no Africans in my family. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm like, "Well, do you have any Africans in your family?" No, but I know I do. We all come from Africa. I'm like, that's the story of the colonizer. You believe everything he said. You know what I mean? Like that. Like, and again, like I say, once we get that understanding, is who we're up against, who's telling us this shit, we can then have a different look at it. You know what I mean? Because again, why don't we trust our family? Why don't we trust our family when they tell us some shit? And that's the scary part. Like I say, like, she was ready to curse me out. But once I hit her with the logic, the understanding, like, listen, you know what I mean? These niggas can't be trusted. I know you want to be mad at me, but I'm your brother. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm on his side. I'm here fighting these niggas. You know what I'm saying? So I just advise you to listen to the people that love you. Don't listen to me because I don't know who you are. But if they told you something, they don't have no reason to lie to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, again, like, shit, we never got nothing from Africa. So what the fuck? I mean, we gonna lie about this shit. The fuck? But that's the hard part. Breaking through this motherfucking shop. And what I realized too, like, about that whole conversation with the lady is that They want us to feel like, see, she don't want me to be ashamed of it. You know what I mean? Like some niggas might think that I'm ashamed of some shit that didn't happen. And he a strong brother. Brother, you too strong to be ashamed of your bondage. You see what I'm saying? Like you are too strong to be ashamed of your trauma. Wear your trauma, brother. Wear it as a badge of honor. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you got some of that in you. You might be a little bit of this, and you might be a little bit of that, but you a whole lot of the, you know what I mean? Like, even if I was a little bit of African, even if I just had one nigga that came in here and then fucked all Indians when he got here, because they fuck, ain't no Africans, so he fucking all Indians, right? 100 years later, this one nigga fucked all Indians, so I'm supposed to be giving my whole heart and lineage to one nigga that fucked all Indians. They kids came and fucked all Indians. Never met another African, came, fucked all Indians, and kept it going. So even if that was the case, just because to that one nigga it was trauma, I gotta hold everything on this one nigga. This one nigga's the greatest nigga. Fuck everybody else. I gotta represent and avenge the legacy of this one nigga. You know what I'm saying? That's what she want. That's what they would imagine. You know what I mean? By her saying, yeah, I know you got a little bit of everything in. We all do. No, we all don't. It's a lie. We can't prove we all in it. What we can prove is what these niggas tell us. You know what I mean? What our grandparents tell us, what our aunties and uncles tell us is what we can prove. What these crackers is telling us is shit we can't prove. Everything they told us, I disprove. You know what I mean? But they still keep telling us the same shit. So we can't trust them niggas. We gotta trust our family. And I don't want, and it's like, again, it's not a badge of honor. Like I said, like, again, the badge of honor is I was kidnapped. I'm on my way to get a get back. You know what I mean? I was kidnapped. I was oppressed by John, Mark, and Lonnie, and I know where they live, and I'm about to get them. That's a young nigga wearing his motherfucking trauma on his chest. That's what she really want, but she don't know. She want me to attach to some shit and be broken and walk around broken with my head up. The fuck? How does that work? You know what I'm saying? Because if I really was a oppressed ass slave kidnapped victim, I should be looking for a get back so I can be whole. I should be looking for a motherfucker for vengeance, right? But I'm sure if that was the case, if I was to say she would say I would be angry. You know what I mean? So it's like, how do you be oppressed and not be, you know, upset? A motherfucker is oppressed to you. I know who doing it, but I can't do nothing with it. I'm just supposed to walk around proud. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's a mixed bag. I thought about that shit. I'm like, man, because I know what she wanted. She wanted me to be proud. You know what I'm saying? But proud in what? Like, what's being proud if you ain't gonna do some shit about it? Like, I'm not that type of nigga just to be proud. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? That's that fuck shit, that fugazi shit. And that's what we do in America. We celebrating pride. We celebrating trauma. But we not trying to get the names of the niggas who oppose the trauma. Like I'm saying, like, you know, if I felt like I'm the reason, I'm the nigga, I'm gonna find out. If I felt like I was oppressed, I was trying to find it out. Who did what, where it happened at, you know what I'm saying? Angry about it. But then a motherfucker will look at you like you crazy because you want to find out. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's like the catch 22 is you be proud of being a slave, but don't look into it. Don't research the niggas who enslaved you and don't get them back. Like, that's not a life for niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not a life. That's trauma. That's whole shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you like it's backwards. I like, you should want me, like, if I'm not going to do nothing about it, I should act like it didn't happen. Don't be celebrating no fucking holidays. Don't be celebrating no motherfucking no freedom days, because you're not going to do nothing about it. You know what I mean? But you want me to be proud of doing nothing about it. Like, that shit was weird to me. I couldn't believe this shit. Like I'm saying, like, again, I didn't, in a moment I was too busy talking to her, trying to give her that right information. But when I thought about it, I'm like, that shit was the weirdest, wildest shit. Like, she really, like, Like, yo, like, you should be representing Africa. Like, no, my nigga, I shouldn't be. I should be representing truth. Because again, if I was an African kidnapped victim and sold by Africans, I wouldn't be representing Africa. I'd be saying fuck Africa, and I'd be still trying to get back on them and them niggas that sold me for real, for real. That's why I tell you I don't like Cherokees, and I can't act like I like these niggas. I can't pretend like I like these niggas because I know what the fuck they did. That's me. I'm proud. I'm a proud Indian. I wish the Cherokee would. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all don't know, y'all don't see, like, okay, cool. I probably had enough of saying this shit. I probably done felt like I done drugged them niggas into the dirt. You know what I mean? I done did a million videos on some Cherokees and shit, and I'm gonna keep doing a million more. But I feel like I know who did what. So in my pride, I'm willing to fuck around and point the finger at these niggas. I'm not just gonna be wearing fucking feathers or wearing a fucking unk and been kidnapped by some niggas. You know what I mean? And been oppressed by some niggas and they my brothers and we ain't gonna get no get back and we ain't gonna know that I know that you did what you did and I don't fuck with you for it. Like, come on. So that's what I'm saying. Like, the people that they want on their African American tip on that Pan African shit is punks. They want a lot of punk shit. And it's like, I don't understand this shit. Like, you want me to be proud of being a punk, proud of being soft, proud of knowing who did what and not doing nothing. Like, and I felt bad, bro. I really felt bad because I'm like, we missing out. You know what I mean? Like, we missing out on some real niggas and shit. Like, what type of niggas y'all raising and shit? You know what I'm saying? Like, again, like you got niggas that's raised in this shit. You know what I'm saying? These motherfuckers born and bred in Shaka Utmost. Shaka Utmost, right? All these niggas, all these like he's an Egyptian. Born and bred by his mama, used to do all the shit, the red pills and all them niggas grew up in the shit. And they not trying to get no get back. These niggas accepted that they slaves and they done heard every goddamn lecture, met every fucking teacher, and they don't want no revenge. They want to collab and connect. Oh, well, it happened in the past, ass niggas. Like, how you grew up under oppression doctrine and you don't want get back. Like, that's what they raising niggas up. You raised up in this African shit. You raised up to accept it. It's a motherfucking weekend. It's a social event. This ain't revolution. This shit is social events. How many of these motherfucking kids done grew up? What they be talking about in mother? What's the shit? The Lady of the Black Madonna and motherfucking. You know what I'm saying? Right. You know what I mean? Exactly. You know what I mean? How many motherfuckers that grew up in these shits, enslaved theater and all this shit they be talking about, all these New York lectures, and all they get is vegan plates and vegan diets. Like, that's it's a swag, it's a trend. You know what I'm saying? But they not rebels, they not revolutionaries. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all remember me? I hope my whole shit was it's too many weak niggas out here. It's too many good and weak people, and that's Pan Africans. A bunch of good and weak motherfuckers, niggas that'll get scammed and be cool with it. Niggas that'll have scammers in the community and be cool with it. Like, they motherfuckers they raised to be good and weak. I'm not wearing those symbols of some motherfuckers that them oppress me and then kidnap me, enslave me. I'm not wearing the goddamn symbols. And I'm not acting like it's cool with some niggas that supposedly did it. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit. I know I will. My homegirl makes them though. So I will tell her to hook me up. She got a real fly piece, but I'm really not trying to be all extra fly with the shit. I be chilling. We just having fun. It's still early. But yeah, yeah, man, like, I don't understand what these Pan Africans want. These motherfuckers getting together to celebrate nothing. Celebrate knowing what somebody did to you. Like, again, if y'all Pan Africans, y'all should know Africa ain't your friend, they your enemy. That's what I would say. What's the problem with motherfuckers knowing who their enemy is? Who did what? What's the problem? You know what I mean? Like, that was the beautiful thing about We Ain't From Africans, is that you got to see how these motherfuckers really felt about you. You get to hear all this shit. You get to see all this shit online and in the comments and shit. You get to see all that shit. How these motherfuckers just using us for style and swag, using us for motherfucking inspiration, but don't really connect to us. Don't really feel us because they know we ain't the same and shit. You know what I mean? They know that shit never happened. Never heard no stories like that until they go to school ass shit. And then these niggas want to go, like, you want to move back to Africa? Like, that's why they do shit to niggas. Why would you move back to some niggas that supposedly kidnapped you? They know you stupid. They know you sweet. We didn't want you, but you coming back. We got rid of you and you coming back. Like, that shit don't even make no sense. That's like the nigga Fig, what's the nigga name? Fig Panamera. Used to be the rapper from, still a rapper from Sacramento, San Francisco, some shit. JT, J something. Fillmore, J something. That nigga moved to Africa selling fucking plots in Africa. Now you talking about I'm back in America ass. I'm gonna show y'all how the nigga, you couldn't show us shit. This shit crazy and shit. Niggas had motherfuckers moving to Africa and shit. Now he back home. Crash dummy shit. Don't be listening to these niggas. Them Africans out there ain't playing. They don't love us. They trying to come up off niggas. You know what I'm saying? Them motherfuckers is the biggest scammers on themselves. The biggest problem in Africa is Africans, my nigga. Ain't no white folks in Africa doing nothing in Africa. You know what I'm saying? They shit on each other for sport. We go up in this motherfucker thinking it's all love, and they treat us worse. Like, it's crazy. Imagine being treated worse than an African. That's crazy. That's what's happening to these niggas over here. And that nigga JT, he back in America now. Shit. JT back in America now. JT gonna show us how to live in America now. I don't want no problems. I'm just saying this shit is retarded. This is retarded, man. Like, unless I'm saying we'll go out here and we'll act like we African, we be out here wearing unks and all this so weird shit, trying to make money off these Africans, and it ain't gonna work. It ain't work for this brother. Why he coming back? Why he up here trying to find some shit in the country, trying to live in the woods? You know what I'm saying? Now he making fun of niggas that's living in Africa and shit. Eventually, it's going to come to that. You're going to have awakening. You're going to wake the fuck up and realize you ain't no goddamn African, and them niggas don't like you. It's easy for that nigga to leave. You know what I'm saying? It's easy for that nigga to leave. That motherfucker left. He ain't looking back. He buying. That's what I'm saying. But I be feeling bad for niggas. Like, and it's not. You know what I mean? It's not their fault. It's not their fault. It's that Pan African shit. It's that Pan African shit, man. It's a bunch of hoes, bro. There's a bunch of hoes. You know who did it to you. You ain't gonna do nothing. Like I say, niggas ain't got to like me, but I can't live with myself acting like it ain't no enemies out here on us. No, nigga. I had to keep it funky with y'all. It's some motherfuckers that might not like us. You know what I mean? Shit. And we need to be ready for these niggas. Just in case, even if it's mentally. We need to start understanding that shit. Some motherfuckers just don't like us. It's cool. I'm cool with that. You know what I'm saying? And that's how y'all gotta be. Y'all gotta be cool with that shit. Fuck y'all right about everybody. These motherfucking bum ass niggas and shit. Everybody not supposed to like us. We the gods. We so fucking special and shit. This shit's crazy. But I definitely ain't gonna be no Pan African and be no loving no Africa if I'm a slave. If a nigga kidnap me, I don't wanna fuck with y'all. Y'all ain't sending no troops. Y'all ain't sending no motherfucking grants, no loans, no nothing. Like Africans, like all of these countries got money, bro. It's fake money. They got it. They not sending nothing here for us. They not trying to look out here for us. It's all a trick. It's all a motherfucking hoax. And they got us on some crash dummy shit. I like that. That's the facts. That's the facts, bro. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, you gotta understand, like, a Pan African can't fuck with us. He can't. He can't. A Pan African is as big as a motherfucking a fleer and a runner as the immigrant, nigga. Who want to smoke? Who gonna stand up for their shit? Who gonna avenge America? Who gonna avenge their homeland? Not no Pan Africans. Like that's I mean like that's it's some Christianity shit. It's some we gotta forgive and forget shit. We got I mean Pan Africanism is turning the other cheek. Think about this shit. What is this shit? What is this shit? It's turn the other cheek. Cause I swear to God, ain't nothing in Africa but Africans, bro. They done put some bum niggas in charge, and it's niggas loving shitting on other niggas. They ain't trying to help us. That Pan African, that's more fucking Jesus shit. That's more we are the world shit. That's more we gotta accept that we not wanted. Like again, why we gotta accept that they did some dumb shit? We can't hold them niggas accountable. Like again, y'all, if you a Pan African, it gotta be Africa held accountable first. You know what I'm saying? Before y'all even out here wearing this old kente cloth, like they got cotton in Africa and shit. Ain't no cotton in Africa. Ain't no goddamn kente cloth in Africa. You see what I'm saying? See how we playing the game? All that dashiki shit from India, from Hindustan, rather. We playing a mind game. These motherfuckers ain't got no culture in Africa. For real, you go to a Juneteenth shit, ain't nothing y'all buying African. It's Chinese, right? Ain't nothing y'all buying African. The fuck? Ain't nothing y'all buying African in that motherfucker. And ain't nothing African y'all want. Like Africans don't wear beads. They don't have spirituality like we have. These motherfuckers don't make the same type of shit. They don't have culture. You know what I'm saying? These motherfuckers don't have no culture. That's what I be saying. Like, that's why I like my shit though. Like, I ain't trying to be funny, but I like my shit because I get to deal in common sense. You know what I'm saying? When you dealing in common sense, it all opens up. It all just like it makes sense. This shit makes sense. Yeah, they don't want us to deal in common sense. But hell no, I could never be no Pan. Even if it was true, I couldn't be no Pan African. You know what I'm saying? Like for real. Ain't no love with that shit. Ain't no love with that shit. But again, like I say, the lady, she wanted me to be her. She wanted me to like. They want us to be soldiers for a fight that had never happened. You know how serious that is? Like they trying to raise us to be soldiers and proud soldiers to never fight. I'm supposed to be walking around here with an uncle on and never going to Africa. Never like what is the fight for these niggas? Like we gotta fight. I feel like I gotta fight. I don't give a fuck. I made a fight. Y'all know me. I made a fight. That's why I don't be worried about these bum niggas, cause we got real fights. And motherfuckers that will push drugs in your community, motherfuckers that will steal land and kidnap some niggas. And I'm not arguing with motherfuckers all the time about nothing and shit. And y'all niggas don't want to fight nobody and shit. Y'all niggas want to forgive a motherfucker that kidnapped you. That sounds absurd. And then y'all gonna party with these niggas because they freed you. They invited to the cookout because they spread the word that the niggas was killing motherfuckers. That the niggas was going loco, Gullah War going bananas. And they over there stealing land from Indians. Like again, that's the worst part about it. Is that whoever over there is stealing land. Like it's some nigga running around here talking about some His family got reservations out in Texas and shit. Yeah, we got reservations. We got land. We came out here and we got land and shit. How'd you get it? You know what I mean? I don't be hating on niggas. I don't give a fuck about niggas. But how'd you get it? Because it ain't yours. Y'all moved out there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the funniest shit. All these motherfuckers got land on some shit they not from. This ancestral land for 100 years? For 50, 60 years, ass shit? These niggas, y'all stole that land, nigga. Yeah, my family got land. My cousins got land. Y'all stole that shit. Y'all helped them crackers steal that land and sold it back to the government. That's it. It was people out there. Y'all not from there. Stop lying. They tell you a half story and shit. But I gotta tell y'all, like, man, that whole reservation shit is a trick. You don't need reservation if you a homeowner, if you live here. You know what I'm saying? Like, why don't the Spanish have, like, why didn't the Spanish make any reservations? They the big baddest motherfuckers on the planet. They worse, right? I don't know who they killed or who they massacred, right? But why, when they took over the land, they didn't have no reservations? Motherfuckers lived in their houses and niggas just did everything every day. They did business, right? Now all of a sudden, these niggas come and they need reservations and shit. What happened? You know what I mean? Now y'all need a reservation. It was just the Spanish was just here. Y'all was just chilling. No reservations. Now, no more Spanish. Now y'all need a reservation. That's what I'm saying. That's just a hoax. Them niggas was taking land, stealing land. You know what I'm saying? And they was helping them. You can't tell me that these niggas ain't none on that shit. That's how I be saying, like, and again, like I say, like, it's everybody. We all probably got, like, if we alive today, we got niggas in our family that was with the shits. America is our shit. I'm not hating on the shit. I just don't understand why they want to keep putting us with the trauma, with the shock therapy when we the Avengers. You know what I'm saying? I gotta offset the dumb shit. I gotta remind you that we the Avengers and that this shit is a mind game, and we should be talking about the liberators. Right. That's what I like. I like that now. We gonna do that. You know what I mean? Cause they not fucking freeing us. And they never will. How you gonna free some niggas that's home? You ain't gonna, like I said, y'all can't put no Indians on no reservations. They the commerce, they everything. If you selling some shit, who you selling to? Like, again, these white boys came here to trade. Who they trading with? They bringing stuff to trade with the local people, with the local indigenous population. They not moving. You know what I'm saying? They staying right here in Georgia, South Carolina, Mississippi, and all that shit. Nobody's leaving. You know what I'm saying? But we got to get back in the fighting spirit. We got to get back as the rebels, because that's who we are. We the invincibles. If we got a problem, we solve it. We don't need nobody to fucking free us. We don't need nobody to free us. And I'm tired of these motherfuckers reminding us of some shit that didn't happen. It didn't have to happen. You know what I'm saying? For real. Nobody had to tell them niggas they was free. Fuck them niggas. Motherfuckers could have stayed enslaved if they, you know what I mean? Because you got to understand, like, I know, like I say, like, even slavery and like sharecropping, that was the come up. That was good money. This shit ain't good money no more. Now we get these white motherfuckers. They so indisposable. You hire a white boy, you ain't gotta pay him for 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? You make a nigga work hard for 2 weeks and then you pay him. You can't do that to no fucking Indians. You gotta pay a nigga up front and you gotta pay them every day. They got slave wages. Slaves get upfront money and they get wages. Or if you a sharecropper, you get half of a crop on another nigga land. I don't own it. I mean, because again, we don't really, land used to be cheap. We know a lot of these houses a couple years ago was $500, $1,000. Now all of a sudden they crazy. But land used to be cheap, so nobody wanted to be sitting here owning all this cheap ass land. It was free for a Homestead Act, right? So you got land, but you don't know how to grow it. Cool. I get some money from coming there twice a year. All I gotta do is plan it and then cut it, and I get a check. Cool, I'm with that. The sharecropper was getting had the game sold up. You know what I'm saying? So they go get these white boys to work for free. That's fucking up the game. That's what slavery doing. Slavery had the game locked. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker had security. If I work for you now, you gotta take care of me for a long time, for life, nigga. If I give you my good years, you gotta make sure I'm good in my old years. Deal, deal. And I know it's reversed because they don't want us to have no finesse. They don't want us to have no win in our shit. But I'd rather have a motherfucker that has to pay you, that has to give you your bread, and you can get other money, than a motherfucker that don't gotta pay you for 2 weeks. That's a different part of the game. You know what I'm saying? We don't understand that shit. Like that's the trick with these white boys. These white boys come and work for free. They beyond slaves. Like for real, a slave, like you need money to start a business with some slaves. You think a motherfucker, you gotta buy 4 or 5 slaves. You gotta buy their contract up front. But now you just go put up a for hire sign and you get 6 or 7 white boys for free for 2 weeks. You done made a bank load in 2 weeks and then you get these niggas whatever you want. That's slavery. That's beyond slavery. You can't do that with no niggas. You can't do that with no homeowners. Like we don't even feel comfortable like that. Everything we do, we want to get paid today. Up front, what's up? I need half now. Just like the slave. I need half now and half when I'm done. These motherfuckers like, nah, man, I'll take you can pay me when you get it. The fuck? Yeah, we hiring all white boys then. I pay them when I get it. They doing credit and all types of other shit. You know what I'm saying? That's how they fuck up the game. Like you would never think that you gonna have some motherfuckers come here and work for free for 2 weeks for free. You would never imagine that. That's impossible. You used to having to pay a motherfucker up front. Pay a motherfucker half now and half when the job done. Motherfucker come give you an estimate. Like again, all the shit that we used to do, like the carpenter shit, you know what I mean, the home shit, a nigga give you an estimate. A nigga need a deposit on the labor, on those type of professions that we had locked in. But now in this white boy shit, where you need a suit and a tie and all this shit that they control, you indoors where it don't get too hot and you don't get no red skin, you don't get the redneck. They working for free. Ain't that a bitch? No white boys is getting no half up front and shit unless they doing something that's creative, something like a god. Jesus was a carpenter ass. You know what I'm saying? That's how the game changed. Slavery is the worst thing that these motherfuckers would want. Not when they got free white boys coming up this motherfucker. That's why I'm telling y'all, like that Juneteenth shit is a trick. Cause the slaves that we was freeing, them motherfuckers was free. They was fighting, helping. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, that really was based upon Arkansas. All that's the Civil War, what they calling, that's because them niggas that we kicked out went to Arkansas and then kicked out the niggas that was there. So we started another war. But they ain't gonna tell you that. They want you to think that we needed a white boy's help. No. These white boys ain't been here. They ain't been here that long. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, like I'm the type of nigga where I don't give a fuck who it is. If it's the truth, it's the truth. Why we gotta lie about it? You afraid of it? You afraid of the truth? You can't stand on the truth, then it ain't the truth. Like fuck that shit. Nigga, I'll tell you to your face. It's the truth. I get it, the truth hurts, but shit. Sometimes motherfuckers need the lobotomy. You know what I mean? They need the motherfucking serum. But that's the truth. The truth hurts. What's going on? Y'all any questions, man? What we talking about? I know I'm just saying I wanted to get that out there today. I don't want to just be stuck. I don't want y'all to keep celebrating this trauma and having these motherfuckers walk around on you, making sure like they the fucking overseers, making sure that we really believe this shit and we celebrating their superiority. Like, I never seen no shit where motherfuckers have celebrations with white folks. I never seen no shit like that. Like, yeah, white people might come to a Pan-African Day parade. They might come to an African festival, but a celebration about slavery? Nah, bro, they playing a game on niggas. We shouldn't even think about this shit. Came out of nowhere, and now I know exactly where it came from. I remember now exactly. I pinpointed it. I remember. You know what I mean? Like the government, like this is, and again, that was Hillary Clinton, right? She was running for president against Obama, I think, maybe. No, against Trump. Against Trump. Hillary Clinton was running against Trump. Because when them people died, it was like on national TV and she was there. That's how I remember all this shit. So this they same play. This Joe Biden and them. This that same play. They own this holiday. They created this holiday and they own this shit. The government owns this. Like this is some fuck shit. And I tell you, Bill Clinton is a Cherokee. I know y'all hate me. I hate y'all hate me, and I hate being me. But Bill Clinton is a Cherokee. He wanted. He claimed to be a Cherokee. That's who we up against. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the type of shit we up against. The first black president is a Cherokee and shit. You know what I mean? He ain't doing nothing for Cherokees. He ain't talking about Cherokees. Why? But he'll tell you his grandmama was a Cherokee. She raised him to. You know what I mean? Like it's a trick, y'all. Like these motherfuckers got a good game going on us. But it's like to me, I see it all. Like again, like look at Dallas. Dallas money is in oil, right? That's they was stealing, they was fucking up the people in Oklahoma. The oil was supposed to be in Oklahoma, y'all. But that was where the niggas was. That's where the motherfucking Seminoles and the Choctaws and the free blacks, like the Indians, that it was some Indians that was free that didn't want to be a part of nothing. So they moved to Oklahoma. They said it was going to be a black country, a free black Indian country. Because again, there was always black Indians. So Oklahoma was a free black state. The Cherokees moved to Arkansas. That's why Arkansas, they flying the bombs from Arkansas to drop on Tulsa. You see what I'm saying? So they tricked a lot of niggas. They let a lot of niggas go to Tulsa, and then they moved in all these fucking Cherokees and all this extra shit. And that's how they took over the shit. But the oil was in Oklahoma. Dallas, the nigga that owned Dallas, Jerry Jones, he got all his oil money from Oklahoma. You know what I'm saying? So anybody fucking with oil is fucking with these Cherokees. You got to understand this shit. That's why everything fucking with the George Bushes and all that oil money and shit, that's all CIA Cherokee shit. Cherokee intelligence shit. You know what I'm saying? Like niggas say George Bush used to live in Compton. And then we got straight out of Compton, crazy motherfucking name, Ice Cube. Like, it's all a psyop, man. I love it. I love it. But I love it. I don't want y'all to get caught up in it. Like, this shit ain't real. None of this shit is real. It shouldn't be so oppressive. You know? It shouldn't be. But it is. And I seen it. Like, I can see it in people's face. And again, like I say, they mixing this shit with the pride. They mixing this shit with any excuse to celebrate. So you go out and you celebrating some Juneteenth shit, and then they got gay, Pride Month mixed in there, and then they got white folks sitting here laughing at the whole fucking debacle, right? The whole fucking ignorant display of confused ass niggas, and me dressed like a goddamn Indian, right? I'm the only nigga that had got knowledge of self, right? But this shit is atrocious, man. Atrocious. What else y'all got going on? What y'all want to talk about? Do y'all? I mean, I don't know what y'all want to talk about, bro. Like again, you know what I mean, I don't know. I want to talk about what y'all want to talk about. Somebody tell me. You talking about? But yeah, that was a good topic though. I think that was dope. I really feel like we needed that. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me and engaging in that topic because uh, it's just depressing. They want us to be proud slaves, proud wearing badges, and don't do nothing against it. I'll never be that proud. Like that's a fuck nigga. You proud that a motherfucker beat you up and you ain't gonna do nothing about it. I don't want no parts of that. And I don't want y'all to have no parts of no shit like that. We not that proud. That's stupid. That's like a motherfucker so proud he's stupid. Choctaw, your opinion? What's that mean? What's my opinion on Choctaws? I don't have an opinion on Choctaws. I mean, again, like there's like I don't have an opinion as far as the historical Choctaws. I don't have an opinion, man. I think they did what niggas do. Like I say, like only niggas I'm mad at is Cherokee. I don't have an opinion on Choctaws and Chickasaws. I don't really fuck with the five tribes because again, they all participated in the colonizer shit on that West Coast. But again, it really wasn't their shit. It was the Choctaw. It was the Cherokee shit. So again, the Choctaws just got caught up in it. It's a weird situation. Like they did some fuck shit. Like not to say like you understand. In my opinion, the Choctaws aren't in a reservation. You know what I mean? They are in Mississippi. They are in Louisiana. But the niggas on a reservation are, um, the niggas that was, you know, because how like again, whoever beat the Choctaw? You know what I mean? Whoever beat the Choctaw, whoever beat the Chickasaw. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody ever beat them niggas. I gotta be honest and say that. Like again, even with the motherfucking Seminole War type of shit, they didn't lose the Seminole War. You know what I mean? Like they were on the side of the government. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? So no, it was a dope bit. Peace to the ones and shit. But this is a good question though. That's how I mean, like I say, I don't think they lost that war. They didn't lose that war. They were on the side of the government. Like when you say Choctaws, you're not saying Seminoles. So the Choctaws was on the side of the government. So they never lost a war. But they had to, but again, they're not the Choctaws that we know are Natchez. The Chickasaw that we know are Natchez. Everybody else is $5. You got 3 million white people, 3 to 5 million white people coming in through these tribes. So it ain't. I mean, these reservations, they full of the $5. The real Indians is in the city. So I don't have an opinion on that. The real Indians is home and they homeland where they've been for 1,000 years. You know what I'm saying? All that Mississippi, Louisiana shit, that's all the same people. That's Natchez. But they fell under the Choctaw when the Natchez lost the war. But they never moved. It was just, Chickasaws. Like that's what I'm saying. Like y'all gotta like that's the trick. Like they put some niggas on a reservation and shit just to what I mean, make it. You know what I mean? But yeah, they never moved. In my opinion, from my research, the majority of them never moved. They the people. So yeah, I don't have an opinion about that. That's the people. But again, the niggas on the reservations, I say they're not even in the game. It's the Cherokee game. Cherokee Nation got the game sold up. Everybody else is just, you know, playing along with the Cherokees. They don't want to lose. Like you have to understand that shit. Like these motherfuckers got Baphomet as their symbol. They don't have no Indian shit on their symbol. They got the Baphomet. You know what I mean? Like they playing a different game. They don't give a fuck. They don't want to be Indians. Shit. They just using that shit as a as a third, as a fifth column. I'm telling you, they are rogue country and shit. You know, they are rogue country, and in my opinion, like I'm saying, this is their government. Like again, when we talk about the Dixiecrats, and we say like when I say that's what I'm saying. Everybody say that the Ku Klux Klan started the Democrats. Okay, we get that. Who started the Ku Klux Klan? Who made up the Ku Klux Klan? Don't tell me that they are Democrats, and then don't tell me who the fucking Democrats is. You see what I'm saying? Like, who was the Klan? The Klan, like, who was the fucking Masons that taught Albert Pike how to be right morals and dogma. Who, like I say, where did Albert Pike get his degrees from? He got his degrees and all that masonry shit from the Cherokees. The Cherokees taught these niggas the 33rd degrees and all that extra shit. That's some shit they made up. So everybody else is just playing a game. Like I say, even the Masons, they don't even know that they being controlled by Cherokees because it's the lodge, that whole lodge shit. That's a smoke lodge. That's a smoke lodge. That's how you learn information from is in smoke lodges. That's how young men learn information. It's the spiritual smoke lodge. So they took that lodge and did it for the world. That's what the Cherokees did. And they took all this information and they fucking remixed it and they made all of these different dogmas. So they controlling the world on the low. I know that seems crazy, but that's the fucking truth. So I don't blame no Choctaws, no Cherokees. Them motherfuckers trying to, no Choctaws and Chickasaws. They trying to survive. Seminoles, all that shit. Like you got, that's what I'm saying. Like all these niggas trying to survive because the Cherokees will eat you alive. That's how they playing. And they doing it with money, not with war. They doing it with money. You know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah, I don't have no opinion on Choctaws. I like the people, you know. And like I say, when I read the stories, I could always see how the Chickasaw did how they got back on the Natchez because the Natchez said they was gonna be involved on the shit. Like if we playing in a lick and then a motherfucker cut me out the lick and take all the money, I might want some get back. You know what I'm saying? Because you feel like, damn, a nigga played you. So I understand how a lot of that shit went down. Niggas did weird shit, and it's repercussions to some shit. So I understand a lot of that shit. And like I say, like even with the similar, like you gotta understand, America, bro. America as a country is designed. You know what I'm saying? It's really two countries that merge together. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you got, like I keep telling you got people up north that can't feed themselves. And then you got people down south that can farm and that can grow food. So it was a system where we came together and created one country, one union out of fucking two separate countries, south of the border and up here in the north. So it was by design. That's what I want y'all to understand. Yeah, it was by design. It wasn't like a, it was a lot of trickery involved, but when it came together, we said okay because again, niggas was like we can make money off the shit. We can send all of our cotton up north, and we can get money from the niggas up north. So we was with it. I don't want y'all to think that we was with it, but we wasn't with the kidnapping and the bullshit that the fucking Cherokees was doing. Like, so they had to go, and then everybody that was helping them niggas had to go too. So that was that. But yeah. Peace to the guys. It's been 2 hours. Man, that was a good question, man, about the Cherokees. I mean about the Choctaws. Yeah, I definitely love my brothers. I don't have no fucking problem with Choctaws. I don't have no problems with Chickasaws or Seminoles, you know? But I do have a problem with the Cherokees. So yeah. But Choctaws, some Cherokees will blend in and say they Choctaw. Like if you look in history, they'll say that. But they're really not. They really Cherokees. But so no. Thanks for hanging out though. If y'all got any more questions, but I'll be back tomorrow. This is a good day. I wanted to keep it on the trauma tip, and we did good. If y'all, but of course, I got any questions, as always, I'm here to answer questions. I work for y'all. Y'all know this. But nobody told you today. I love you. Love being in love with you. Peace to the one. Salute Black Indian Defenders. Shout out to BNRBR. Shout out to Max in the building. Shout out to Beyond Smith. Shout out to Shot Apis. Shout out to all our goddesses, Luki Hana. Shout out to the finest. Shout out to everybody that was kicking it with us in the building. I'll see you guys tomorrow, same time, 3 o'clock. And we back. Peace.